Maldives is becoming the destination for the Asians and also Europeans.
Maldives and Brunei, small is beautiful. These two Asian countries, both of them small in land area, but big in aspirations, have made the most of their resources to develop thriving, increasingly diversified economies. Brunei is located on the island of Borneo, facing the South China Sea. Maldives is an Indian Ocean archipelago. Brunei, ruled by the same family for 6 centuries, has vast petroleum and gas resources and one of the highest per capita incomes in the world, along with free healthcare and education for all citizens. Maldives, with few resources but great natural beauty, has based its economy on tourism. In spite of their differences, Maldives and Brunei have a lot in common. Both are island nations with long traditions of international trade. Both are former British protectorates with English-speaking populations. Both are known for exceptional natural beauty and a tropical climate. Both have created a world-class business climate and legal environment.
Maldives is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and within the last 40 years we have proved that Maldives is a favorite destination for most holiday seekers, particularly those who are looking for particularly beautiful and peaceful places. Although the population in Maldives is very small, only 350,000, we are now reaching 1 million tourists a year.
The tourism of Maldives is of course very well known. It's top of the class, one of the best tourism destinations. They know how to care for the customer. They know how to arrange the best services for the customer. But also I would say there is a huge potential which is untapped, and that's where currently India is working, for example. It would be interesting to develop Maldives as a business and commerce and a finance and a banking center.
The Maldives is an Asian success story, an Indian Ocean archipelago of around 1,200 islands with a population of around 320,000. The Maldives is a relatively wealthy, educated, moderate Islamic republic that has a long history as a trade hub and cultural crossroads.
So far, we have marketed Maldives as a tourist destination, and in that process we have attained a brand name for the Maldives. So Maldives is a brand where we have only tapped on the beauty of Maldives, through which we attract tourists into the country. But the geographic location of the country is also very important. The country sits in a place where almost all ships going from the east to the west and from the west to the east passes through the Maldives. The strategic location therefore is very important for us if we think in terms of providing services in the transport and logistics sector.
Building on its exceptional tourism appeal to transform itself into a high-end resort destination, the Maldives has boosted its foreign exchange revenues and used this income to achieve significant social and economic progress.
The Maldives is a paradise, and we are learning and developing our country in every aspect. One of the aspects is reforming our country's administrative mechanism, and today we are a democracy. And now we have actually started, we are at the edge of the development and reform of our economy. And we have, if you see our tourism sector, we have always been a paradise. People come here and invest here. So we are going to open other sectors also. Real estate sector will be open, and we are going in the beginning of planning and preparing the regulatory framework to make it more and more friendly for the foreign investors to come in.
In its January 2013 conference on Frontier Asia, the International Monetary Fund ranked the Maldives as one of the world's 10 high-potential frontier economies. These are developing nations characterized by increasing economic diversity and rapid GDP growth that is taking them higher and higher up the development ladder.
Over the last 25-30 years, the economy has grown 23 times, and we have graduated from being a least developed country to a upper middle income country. So that's how we have moved in the past.
As a fabulously picturesque tropical island nation with great natural beauty but little industrial production, the Maldives has long relied mainly on tourism to underpin its economy. The tourism sector now accounts for over 30% of the country's GDP and more than 60% of its foreign exchange revenues.
We have had two serious external shocks. One was in 2004, where the country was hit by the tsunami, and the damage estimate was around 62% of the GDP. The following year, the economy contracted by 8.7%. And in 2008-2009, the international financial crisis also hit the country badly because the country is quite reliant on the tourism sector. So incoming tourists reduced, and the economy again contracted by about 4.7%. But again we have recovered. So although it's a small island nation, the economic resilience of the country is quite good.
The Maldives' financial services sector currently has only a handful of players. But the government is working hard to attract international banks and financial services firms to establish a presence in the islands. The aim is to boost liquidity and increase the possibilities for the private sector to receive local loan support at lower interest rates. In addition, in an effort to support small and medium-sized enterprises, the Ministry of Finance encourages microfinance organizations to set up operations in the Maldives market.
If you look at our tourism sector, so far we have developed, and basing on those incentives we have provided to the foreign investors, we are transforming our economy further, and we are going to provide more incentives to them in terms of taxations and other facilities provided to them. It will be more friendly environment for the foreign investors, access to our market, access to our lanes, to develop further the travel and tourism industry, and as well as opening up new sectors like financial sector, and the real estate development sector will be much more friendly than before, and much more friendly than any other neighboring country.
One key growth area in the financial sector is in home financing services. Programs like these signal a drive toward providing more competitive financial services for both local and international customers in the Maldives.
The Maldives is not paradise only for the leisure travelers. It is a paradise for the foreign investors as well. And people can see, the most of the investments so far being done are foreigners, and they are secured and they are earning, they are very happy. And we say that the loyalty and service is in our blood. We have proven it to those people who has already come and experienced it.
As an archipelago with over 1,000 islands scattered over a large area, the Maldives has always put a high priority on transport infrastructure development. A case in point is Ibrahim Nasir International Airport, the main gateway to the Maldives for global business and tourism visitors, as well as a key trade link.
Maldives is a country surrounded by water. There are no land borders, which means there are only two alternatives to arrive in the Maldives. One is by air, the other is by sea. For businesses other than tourism, all the goods and materials that arrive in the Maldives, most of them arrive through sea freight, but all the people, the businessmen, the workers, everybody, all of them arrive through the airport. That's the import side. If you take the export, majority of our exports is fish or related to fish. Almost all of them are air cargo, which means they all again go through the airport. Now, if you take tourism, actually almost 100% of the tourists come through the airport. We do have cruise liners and we do have some tourists arriving on yachts, but then besides that, every single tourist arrives through the airport. So in short, we can say that very clearly airport and air transport would be the backbone on which the economy and the tourism of the Maldives depends on.
Meanwhile, a number of ambitious programs are in the works to improve shipping services in the islands, as well as island-to-island transport. The Ministry of Transport and Communications is overseeing the construction of around 19 new harbors on different islands throughout the country, and new domestic airports are planned. The Maldives Transport and Construction Company, MTCC, recently began a 10-month harbor construction project on the island of Gamanafushi in Gafu Alif Atoll that will give the island a new 1,000-foot by 300-foot in-harbor.
There's a lot of potential in the transport sector. When you look at international transport, there's a lot of potential for shipping development and ports development, and a lot of potential for transshipment, as Maldives lie in a very strategic location. It's on the trade route from Far East to Europe, and from Perth to Middle East, and from Johannesburg to Singapore. So we lie in a very strategic location, and we have a lot of potential for development in international transport. In terms of domestic transport, 99% of Maldives is sea, and we're blessed with about 1,200 islands, and people live in 200 islands, and there are another 110 resorts. So domestic transport is a very big thing for the sustenance of this country and for economic development.
Among its many other projects designed to upgrade life in the Maldives, MTCC has reclaimed over 100,000 hectares of land around the islands over the past 15 years, employing the latest equipment and technologies. An inter-island bridge, more harbor dredging, and land reclamation projects, and the creation or improvement of domestic airports are just a few of the other big-budget construction initiatives being planned. Many major construction projects in the Maldives offer outstanding opportunities for foreign investors and construction enterprises.
Maldives Transport and Contracting Company, MTCC, your partner in the Maldives. MTCC offers a wide range of services, from transport and logistics to construction, surveying, coastal protection, land reclamation, and more. Employing a team of highly trained professionals and the latest machinery and equipment, MTCC always meets the highest international standards. MTCC also supports a number of community service projects. MTCC, making life better in the Maldives for more than 3 decades.
Welcome to Ibrahim Nasser International Airport. INIA, gateway to the Maldives, is strategically located with excellent connectivity, supporting the biggest seaplane operations in the world. INIA accommodates the biggest names in the airline business, with direct connections from Europe, Middle East, and Asia. The recent infrastructure development has brought additional passenger convenience, making INIA one of the most hassle-free airports in the world.
Ensuring adequate water supplies is another challenge for the Maldives, which gets its potable water mainly from stored rainwater, much of it in household tanks, as well as from the costly desalination of seawater. Malay Water and Sewerage Company, formed in 1995 and ISO certified in 2006, has a strong track record in providing reliable water and wastewater services throughout the islands.
Unlike many other countries, we don't have any surface water sources of fresh water. So we mainly rely on desalinated water for drinking purposes. And this will be the case with many of the islands. However, in many of the islands, the harvesting of rainwater is practiced, and rainwater is used for many purposes. Traditionally, we have relied quite heavily on the groundwater sources. However, today we find that in most islands, the groundwater sources are being depleted or being contaminated. Therefore, we have to rely more and more on the desalination. And rainwater collecting is also difficult because of the uncertainty in weather and unpredictability in the weather. Plus, you also need quite a huge space for storage for rainwater collection at a household level. However, we have been trying to kind of put in a project whereby we could use the rainwater harvesting for a public water supply system. But in populous islands like Malé and the surrounding areas, desalination is certainly the only source of fresh water nowadays.
Malé Water and Sewerage Company, MWSC. We provide world-class water and sewerage services to over 150,000 people and offer a wide range of civil, mechanical, and electrical engineering services under our new FEN brand name. Thanks to our commitment to high international standards, environmentally friendly practices, and the latest technologies, including e-services, we stand at the forefront of some of the most innovative projects in the Maldives. MWSC, making the future brighter.
The Maldives is a true tropical paradise with white sandy beaches, crystal clear water, spectacular sunsets, and beautiful weather year-round. This is a country that definitely lives up to its tourism slogan, the sunny side of life.
Maldives brand is quite distinct. This particular brand is well recognized now. When you say you want to go to Maldives, you know you are looking for a very peaceful place with white sand and turquoise lagoons, clear waters, and warm and comfortable temperatures. So this is the kind of mix that is very unique. In most countries, you don't get all of that together.
Local and international enterprises have made huge investments in the Maldives tourism sector, and even more ambitious projects are set for the future. And the Maldives is much more than just a fun-in-the-sun destination. Thanks to its location on historic ocean trade routes, the Maldives has developed a rich culture that visitors can explore. And that's just the beginning.
Maldives has a unique culture, it has a beautiful islands, but the most feedback I get from the tourists is the beautiful people in Maldives, the friendly nature, the welcoming gesture which we practiced. We started tourism in 1972 and we are celebrating the 40th year of tourism in Maldives. We started from nothing, without any infrastructure, when people didn't believe that Maldives can be a tourism destination. But it was our drive, the government and also the entrepreneurs, especially the locals, and who worked for it. So Maldives has always been a welcoming country, and we are still, and we are looking forward for more tourists to come in Maldives, and especially now with the new era of Asia. We would say we would like to facilitate Maldives as we are in the middle of Indian Ocean. We're strategically located, well connected from the Middle East and also from ASEAN countries, China and also from the Europe. So we are becoming the melting pot of the Asia. I would say Maldives is looking forward to welcome more and more tourists from globally and especially Asia as well.
As for places to stay in the Maldives, the islands are home to some of the most luxurious resorts and boutique hotels on the planet, along with luxury yachts that offer private cruises and a number of small guest houses ideal for getting to know the locals. But all these accomplishments didn't come easy.
I would say what we have done differently, as you see today, we have become the leading island destination in the world, I could proudly say that, because we have come through 3 master plans. We planned it very well. We started with laissez-faire, less regulations, but as the industry grew, it is now well regulated, and also I would say with the brands coming in, the best concept of one island, one resort, or you can say one hotel. So hotel does not only own the rooms, it is the island, the beach, the lagoon, everything by itself for the tourists which are coming in. So it gives total privacy, it is very exclusive, and also I would say now Maldives is one of the highest luxury market as well. So I think we have positioned very well. I would say what we differentiate is mostly the exclusivity, the privacy we give, and I would say it is totally cut off from the fast city life. So that is Maldives.
One unique feature of the Maldives tourism industry is its one island, one resort approach. With over 100 island resorts to choose from, there is a dream island for everyone in the Maldives.
There is no other place on earth you can see bulk of resorts, one island, one resort concept that is quite unique to Maldives. In addition, our built-up area, being only 30% of the total land area, gives a lot of privacy to those honeymooners, to those celebrities, to the divers and surfers, our main target market segments. In addition, Maldives is the only country in the world where even our airport is on one island. So it's one island, one airport, one island, one resort. So these are some of the unique selling points of Maldives. In addition, our marine flora and fauna is quite untouched. We have over 1,200 islands, out of which only 108 have been developed as tourist resorts. And in each resort, the number of rooms are strictly controlled. That gives not only privacy, but also it enhances the visitor experience in Maldives. It's not like any other destination where we don't target mass market tourists. We target specific high-end tourists where we promote Maldives as a premium brand or premium destination.
Maldives is one country. There are a lot of visitors from all over the world. We've got Europeans, we've got Asians, we've got South Pacific. I think right at the moment, Southeast Asia is the biggest right at the moment. But we also have a lot of Europeans and from Balkans, from Russia, all over the world. I will say that Maldives will not disappoint you if you choose Maldives, and I'm sure you will never forget about Maldives. It's a very unique place, especially underwater, where you will not see these things in many other countries, where you see very nice sun, beach, sand, all those things. I'm sure you will not disappoint being in Maldives.
The landmark Nasandura Palace Hotel has been pampering guests since 1981. Recently, completely renovated and upgraded, the Nasandura Palace offers world-class amenities and exceptional services. Nasandura Palace Hotel, luxury with a history.
Brunei is known as the Kingdom of Unexpected Treasures, and visitors can have a big variety of memorable experiences in one small area. Highlights for visitors range from the Royal Regalia Museum, which showcases the history of the Sultanate, to Ulu Temburong National Park, where nature lovers can experience unspoiled rainforest in the true green heart of Borneo. With rainforest covering almost 80% of the country, Brunei is a natural for ecotourism. Brunei's Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque is one of the architectural wonders of the Islamic world. Brunei is committed to preserving its unique natural and cultural heritage while boosting its tourism sector. Travelers looking for the best in facilities and services will be drawn to Brunei's large choice of upscale hotels and resorts. In fact, Brunei has earned a reputation for offering its visitors a level of hospitality, luxury, and privacy unmatched anywhere else in Asia.
Brunei is a very wholesome place to work and to live. Many expatriates have decided to make this place their permanent home. The air is clean, there is plenty of natural vegetation and forests. The crime rate is very low. There's no tolerance for drug, gambling or other vice activities. And it is a place where you can find good work-life balance.
Orchid Garden Hotel, elegant guest rooms, an array of amenities, the impressive Caesar Grand Hall for prestigious events, and 2 cozy lounges for more casual meetings. Whatever your needs, Orchid Garden Hotel is Brunei's best base for business travelers. On your next trip to Brunei, choose Orchid Garden Hotel. You can count on us for excellent and reliable business facilities and services with a touch of heart.
Hertz Brunei, your one-stop vehicle solution tailored to your needs. Our world-class car rental fleet includes the only GPS-equipped rental vehicles available in Brunei. Just one proof of our commitment to quality service. We offer a range of vehicles. Hertz Brunei. Let us get you on the road in style.
Maldives and Brunei, two small countries ready to make bigger contributions to the global economy. Two upscale tropical paradises waiting to be discovered by discerning travelers. Two strategically located Asian business bases offering a range of high-potential investment options. Visit beautiful Maldives and Brunei and see what they can offer you.